we're gonna place. We have to place. We have to get at least up to 10, right? Like place in top 10 and stuff like that. And then as the race went through, we're just like, okay, guys, we just need to finish. We just need to finish the race because like
it was so tough.
It was one of the hardest like physical things I have ever done.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Below the Bicep. Here we have Anais Gajraj. Anais, how are you going?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I met Anais probably this year in Crossfit.
Yeah.
It was this year, right?
Yeah, it was like
this year.
5 months ago.
Yeah.
4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, when I started about CrossFit. And so how did you start CrossFit? Why did you start CrossFit?
Oh, that's a long. Well, I'll keep it short. But I started CrossFit now. I think like now going 3 years. 3 years ago I started, and I was in Barbados when I started. My mom introduced me to it, but before I did that, I used to swim and do all kind of other stuff. And then as I moved around a lot, I just kind of lost the whole passion for swimming, and it just kind of didn't stick. Right. So my mom started going to CrossFit, and she did it for like a year before I got into it. And so she took me to the gym, and she was like, "Oh, try like this class and whatever." She took me to a teen class, and so I tried it, and just like instantly it like clicked. And like I absolutely like fell in love with it, and just I went there like it started like 3 times a week, and then it went to like 4 times a week, and then it went like 5, and then it was like 6, and then it just
and you just couldn't stop.
You just get hooked. Get hooked, and like
a drug.
Yeah, it really was. And it's funny because I didn't expect it at all. Like I was like, it's like you're lifting weights, you're doing like this and like all kind of stuff. Like it seems so and like intense and like all this. And I was like, really like, it took me a while to grasp it. And then I was kind of like, I never saw myself doing it or like loving it so much. And like, it was crazy. And so it's helped me in like so many ways as well, like ridiculous. Like I can't even say like with, let me know if I'm like going on.
No, go ahead.
Like, I was like, when I was younger, before I did like CrossFit and stuff, I was like a really, really shy, really like reserved person, and like I had really bad like social anxiety and this and that. And I was going through like a rough time, like mentally, I would say. And so when I started it really helped to like kind of just like it just yanked me out of that that mindset and like that dark place, and it was just kind of like a thing, and you just like a routine that you get going, and then you're like you feel like you're doing something, and that it's like physically rewarding as well, and then you just kind of it builds up your self-confidence. Like I don't know, it built up my self-confidence went from like this to like boom. Like, and it just like you don't think about like how capable your body is
until you actually do it.
Like I never thought that I would be like lifting more than my body weight over my head. Never in my life would I think that. And like never in my life would I think like, oh yeah, Anais, you can do that. And like, and then like here I am. Now I'm doing it. And I'm like, it's like mental.
It is
like
100%.
really crazy. So yeah.
But like, I mean, even the atmosphere in CrossFit, like the gym itself, it like just promotes people to like get out of themselves. And you know, it's such a family and community that everyone just comes together and just helps each other. So
everybody's so supportive of everybody, and like even if you don't know them like very well, they would like you go to competitions and this and that, and you meet, or you travel. As you travel, you go to different CrossFit gyms and you meet these people, and they're like always so welcoming, and it's like they welcome you in like family and stuff, and it's a really nice community, and you support everybody and everybody supports you. So it's a nice it's a nice community, and it's nice, like it's a nice feeling to have being part of that kind of thing.
And speaking of competition, have you ever been in a CrossFit competition before, or
I've been I've been
Similar?
in, well, yeah, I've been in one like CrossFit competition.
Mhm.
I I helped out. I volunteered in the LP, my old gym. They would hold games
Right.
every year, and so I helped. I volunteered in that. I didn't compete. I just volunteered. I helped like change stuff, and then
Yeah.
I did like a team competition in
Okay.
Barbados for I think it was the Island Fit Games. I did
Mhm.
that with my three other people my age and my mom because one of the girls got sick, and so
Oh,
my mom
okay.
had to step in. So she was
Oh,
like, there were a bunch of like 17-year-olds,
uh-huh.
and then she's there.
And
So
it's your
like as
mom.
we were, yeah, my mom, and then so as we were competing, the
Mhm.
announcer kept going like yelling as she was doing the work, and she's like, go mommy, you got this, and this. So it was really, really funny, and so that was nice. And then there's this thing called the Barbados Adventure Race. It's not
Mhm.
really like CrossFit,
Yeah.
but it has a bit of CrossFit elements into it. And usually
Yeah.
people who train for CrossFit
Do
like
it.
do it really well because it has those kind of things.
Yeah.
And so I did that 3 times. I did
Okay.
the first time I did it with three of my friends, and we were the youngest team there. And so what they do, they do it in a course of like 2 days,
Right.
and I think it was like 50 teams, and
Mhm.
if the like the top 25 go on to the second day.
Yeah.
So we made it into the second day. I think we came like 15th or something,
Wow.
and yeah, we didn't expect it at all. We were like, yeah guys, we're gonna come last. Like we won't even make it, because like you walk in there and there's like people like
Yeah,
huge and
become
like
buff.
ready to go, and then you're like little us, and so it was really, really intimidating. And so we made it into the second day, and so we were like the youngest team to do that, and
Wow.
we didn't do the second day because we went to dinner the night the night after we finished the first day. And my whole team, we were like, we felt so like our bodies felt
So,
wrecked,
yeah.
absolutely wrecked. And so we were discussing, we're like, should we do the second day? And then everybody was like, no, like I don't want to do the second day anymore.
Uh-huh.
So, and the one of my team members, he hurt his back really bad.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
we were kind of like, okay, maybe
Yeah, yeah.
we'll do that. And then I did it again because they held one in June, and they held one in November of 2019. So I did November as well, but I didn't do it with the same people. I did it with another team. I was the
Yeah.
youngest person on that team. They were like a bunch of adults on my team, but they're real nice people. I love them so
Mhm.
much. And so we did that, and we came, I think there was 60 teams, and we came sixth on the first day,
What?
and then we came fifth on the second day. So we made it into the top 10, and we came
Wow.
fifth. So yeah, we got like a whole like little basket and like medals and stuff.
Wait.
So that was really cool. And then I did it just this year. No,
Uh-huh.
last year, sorry. Last year. So
Yeah.
I forgot to do this. This is 2021.
Yeah.
I
Time
did it
flies
in
so
November.
fast.
Yeah. I was like, wait, no, I did it this year. No, I did it again in November
2020.
last, yeah, 2020, just before like it was like a week before I moved.
Yeah.
So I did that. I think we came ninth this
Okay.
time. The same people I did it last November with, and so yeah, it was a lot of fun. I didn't explain what it was. It's basically like it's like a obstacle course kind of. So
Mhm.
you carry like sandbags. They make you do like these ridiculous things, like
Mhm.
horrid things, like you have to walk up like these steep hills with like logs on your back,
Uh-huh.
or like sandbags on your back,
Mhm.
and then you have to do like rings, and then there's like other stuff, and
Climbing ropes and stuff like that.
yeah, climbing ropes
So
and stuff.
military, like a military
Yeah, kind of, yeah,
thing. Yeah, okay, okay.
like a boot camp.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a boot camp. And so yeah, it's like I think it's like 16 kilometers altogether, around, so
Whoa.
16, 17 kilometers.
Mhm.
Yeah, and because of COVID, the
Yeah.
last time I did it, usually it's split up into 2 days. So the first day you do like 6K, and then the
Okay.
second day is like a 10K.
10. Okay.
But they didn't split it into 2 days this time, like the last time I did it. So it was like a whole 16K
In one day?
In one day. And it
What?
was, oh my God, it was the worst thing. We started off thinking like, okay, we're gonna place. We have to place. We have to get
Mhm.
at least up to 10, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
place in top 10 and stuff like that. And then as the race went through, we're just like, okay, guys, we just need to finish.
Finish.
We just need to finish the race, because like
it was so tough.
It was like it was one of the hardest like physical things I have ever done. Like one of the hardest. Like you think like, okay, once I do bar, I can do like anything.
Yeah.
It's like I can do anything, any other like workout, any like there's nothing worse that was compared to that. But like one of my team members, she got like calf cramps, like really bad calf cramps. So we were carrying her as like we were running and this and that, trying to finish. And then I got like cramps in my calves, like really bad ones. It was just like we were like injuring.
Yeah. But I mean, you're still finished a pretty good place.
You know, we finished.
That was really good.
Because like I think it took us like around 3 hours or something like that. Maybe a little over 3 hours, or maybe like a little under 3 hours.
That was long.
Yeah. It was rough, but it's like after you do it, you feel so like accomplished, and like you have like such a great sense of just like team spirit and everything. Like you just like, I'm like, I suffered with you guys. Like we suffered together. Like we almost died together. So yeah, it was a really nice experience. Near death experience, but a nice experience.
But speaking of challenges, what is like the most challenging movement in CrossFit for you, or like what's like the worst or your least favorite movement?
I gotta tell you, it's thrusters. Either thrusters or wall balls. Because I'm short. Like I'm short.
Like
so it's
horrible. Because like you have to squat and then you have to press too. It's just like, oh my god.
It's like the worst things. I find thrusters and wall balls are like the worst CrossFit movements in the world. And then I have like a love-hate. I know, it's like your legs. And then you're also pushing.
It's horrible.
It's like, oh, and then when they give you like a cluster with a clean out, like a thruster, it's like, why? It's like, guys, no, stop.
Whoever invented CrossFit is like the devil or something, I swear.
It's insane. And like, when I watched the games, when they did Atalanta, when they did Atalanta, I looked at it when Dave Castro like announced that. I was like, it was mad. It's like a mixture of like it was like Murph and what was the other one? I forget the other one that they mix, but they mix Murph and something else. And the people running with like a 1 like mile run with like a 14-pound vest, doing like 300 pull-ups.
Yeah, 300 pull-ups and like some squats 100. and then push-ups or something like that.
Yeah, 100 handstand push-ups, 200 pistols, 300 pull-ups, and another mile run. And I was like,
with weight on their vest.
Yeah, with weight, with a 14-pound like vest. I was like, y'all like, I looked at that, I was like, oh my god. And then I was like, I have to try this.
I want to die.
I forced my mother to do it. I came to the gym, like real early in the morning with her, and I was like, Mommy, we're doing Atalanta. And she was like, Anais, I'm not doing that. And I was like, please, I don't want to do it by myself. Can you please do it with me? And she was like, all right, fine. So I think it took me, I didn't do it with the vest. I did it without the weight, because they didn't have weighted vest. Weighted vest. I can't speak. And I think it took me like an hour and a half to do, around there, maybe a little over an hour and a half. I don't remember, but yeah, no, that was I finished the pull-ups, and after I finished, my whole hands were like ripped and they were bleeding and stuff. And I was like, I didn't feel it until after I finished. And I was like, I looked at them, I'm like, oh my god, I have to wash my hands. How am I gonna wash my hands? I don't want to touch anyone. And then I went surfing the next day. It actually helps. It helps. Like the salt water. I know, I was mad. I did it in the morning, and then me and my friend, we went surfing. I think we went that afternoon. Yeah, we went in the afternoon that day after I did the workout. So I was paddling, and I was like, my arms hurting so bad, and like my fingers are stinging so bad. And then after like I was in the water for like 2 hours, 3 hours, and then like after that they felt fine, because like the salt just like cleans it. And then I was like, oh, they're ripped, but they feel like okay again. But yeah, no, it was a wild experience, because the waves were so good. So I was like, I have to go.
You have to go.
I have to go.
Yeah. And like, what's your favorite movement in CrossFit?
I like the gymnastic side more than I like the weight side, so I'm probably
Mhm.
gonna pick a gymnastic movement. I don't know.
Which one you do the most?
Ones I do the most are probably
Handstands?
wait. Yeah, because Mark always makes me do Mark always makes me do handstands. It's either handstands or like weight movements. It's either handstands or cleans.
Cleans? Okay.
Cleans. I like doing cleans,
Yeah.
and I love bar muscle ups. I don't know. I like doing bar muscle.
Yeah,
It's
because
like when
you're
you
light.
get up and you're
You're
just like I'm
light. Just like
flying.
me.
You just
Yeah.
kind of you swing and then you're just like. I was so like I tried to get bar muscle ups done so like persistently,
Mhm.
and like when I got it done, I was like, oh my god! I was like so excited because I was like I wanted to get them done so bad, and then I managed to get it done, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, no.
So you like you would say like you work the longest on bar muscle, like you work a good how long it took you to get a bar muscle up? A year?
No, it was less than that. It was probably like a couple months, like 4 or 5 months, I would
Okay.
say.
Better
Maybe
than
half
me.
a year. Because I didn't like when I would go train, we would do like skill at the beginning of the workout, but it would probably be like you do it for like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was weight oriented. So you
Right.
practice more weight movements than you would gymnastic movements.
Mhm. So you got stronger.
So yeah. So
Right.
I built up like my strength in my upper body through the weights.
Yeah.
And because I never like I was strong enough to pull myself like up,
Yeah.
but I couldn't get like the over kind of thing to push myself up. So I couldn't get my hips close enough to the bar.
Right.
So it just kind of took like a practice of like the swinging to get it done, and then I got it done, and then it just kind of clicked, and I was like, all right, and then now I
once
just
you get it,
once you get it, it sticks.
It's like riding a bike.
It never leaves. And I got so scared. I went because I got it done. I think it was like maybe 2 weeks before Barbados went into lockdown. So during that whole lockdown period, I was like, oh my god, what if I can't do muscle ups anymore? Like I just got it done. I'm like, what if I can't do them anymore? I was like, I got so like angsty about it because I was like, oh no. And then I went to the gym like once they opened up, like I think it was like 2 months after, and I did it. I was like, it was easier as it felt before, and I was like, all right, so I can still do that. It's all good. Yeah.
So like was like do you have like any goals in CrossFit like moving forward or anything like that, like or you just do CrossFit for the fun, just come in, like some people just go in the gym and just come for the atmosphere?
It's a bit of both.
Yeah.
Like I would say when I first like last year I had like things I wanted to maybe I wanted to maybe go into it like professionally and like go into the games and whatever.
Okay.
But then I don't know, life just kind of turned around a bit. Priorities kind of shifted and switched, and it's like I would still like to, but right now I'm just kind of like just doing it for fun, and then maybe see where it goes. If it turns into anything, like I still would like work hard at it and like try my best to work on and improve and all kind of stuff. Like I still love going to the gym like 5-6 times a week, but I haven't done that recently because I can't. But no, I would like to get stronger and build more muscles. It's funny because I'm so small. People don't think like when I did my first CrossFit competition, I walked into like the team. I never met these people before. It was like the first time meeting these people. And one of the guys that was on my team, his dad was like kind of coaching or directing who does what and in the events. And so he kind of, because he didn't know me, and he didn't know my capabilities, which is fine. Like he kind of like underestimated how like what
strong
I could do and how strong I was.
Yeah.
And so he would like give me like all the easy stuff and like the not so heavy weight kind of stuff and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I did the adventure race with him. And so he was his dad was on my team for the adventure race. And so when we were training for that and I was like lifting all these things, he was like, then it was like he was like, okay, now she's strong, she can do this and that. And so it's just kind of funny because I'm so small and I don't look it, people kind of like underestimate you, and then once you kind of like do it, they're like, okay. I like when I tell people, I'm like, yeah, I can lift like, I don't know, like 155 pounds over my head. They're like, no, you're so small. Like, you can't do that. I'm like, well, like I can lift up most of my guy friends.
Wow. Yeah, true. True. Ouch. You can lift me up. You can lift me up.
I can lift you up. I can lift my mom up. I can lift my brother up. I can lift all like my friends up. It's just funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So for anybody out there that's like that wants to start CrossFit, they're just kind of hesitant. Like, what advice would you give them, or like what would you say to them?
Well, with CrossFit, the thing is when people watch it, it looks very intense and very kind of like scary because of all these heavy lifting, and a lot of people worry that they're gonna hurt themselves or like their body is just built for it, or they're, you know. And so I would just say, like, because with CrossFit you can scale down everything. Like, you don't have to do like RX weights, you don't have to do handstand push-ups, you don't have to you don't really, unless you want to do it like pursue it or do it professionally or anything like that. And also they have skill versions, like in the games you do scaled, in the open they have scaled options, they have they, what you call it, they I can't think of the word, I forgot the word, they facilitate like people with disabilities. There you have like masters, like 55 people who are 55 years old doing in the CrossFit games, doing CrossFit. Like anybody can do it. Because you can kind of mold it to fit your fitness level and your body, how your body is capable of. And so you just try it out, and it's not as scary as it looks. I would say it's not as scary, and like the feeling you get afterwards is like the best feeling, because it makes you feel strong, and like it boosts your confidence because of that feeling of you feeling strong and like, oh my god, I can lift this. Or like once you get a movement done, it's like an amazing feeling. So it helps like mentally and physically. It's like mind, body, and spirit is all connected. So I guess that.
Well, nice. So now we come to the best part of the show where we chug protein. I've lost to every single body I've chugged protein with, but
I don't think you're gonna lose to me because I'm like the worst person.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
I can't, and I probably have like that much in here, but I'm gonna try. And plus, wait, I'm gonna unscrew this thing because it's gonna. I have like a little fin thing, so that's not gonna work well. That's just gonna be like little sips.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, finish. I win.
Oh
Don't die.
God.
Don't die.
You know, I'm just gonna stop calling it a challenge and just be like, all right, we're just gonna chug for like jokes.
We're just gonna chug, and then you have to beat like Mateus. Anybody who beats, it's just the beat Mateus at chugging challenge.
Well, Anais, it was nice having you on. I had fun. Hope you had fun as well.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. It was a really nice experience, and thank you for offering me to come on here. It's been really cool.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay fit and stay tuned for the next one.